Morning ladies, I'm going to show you how to make a graph on numbers, okay? So you're going to watch this video and you're going to pause it, stop it, start it, and you're going to make a graph with your data on numbers, alright? So I've taken some dummy data, similar to the data that you would have been using. So I've got concentration, like some of you did, 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, and I've just made up trials. Right, I made up some data. Trial 1, there's some data. Trial 2, trial 3. Okay, and then I've taken the average. Okay, and I've used the spreadsheet to do that. I put a function in, I've taken the average, or you could just add it up and put it in. So here's my data table, all right. I now want to graph my independent, which is the concentration, against my dependent. So what I do is I highlight my concentration data, hold down the command key, highlight my dependent data, holding down command, and like magic, I've selected only the data that I actually want to graph. I then click on charts, okay, and there's all these funky different options. But what you're going to make is an XY scatter graph. So you go down all these different options, ooh, and you find XY scatter. Kaboom! You draw an XY scatter graph. And as if by magic, an XY scatter graph appears, and we can see there's a bit of a trend there. So we've got independent, dependent. So now you've got to do some stuff to make your graph look pretty, because at the moment this is a bit rubbish, right? And the graph needs to look better. So you might want to label your graph. So I'm going to call this, my two variables, con consent entration versus rate. Alright, so that's fine, I've got that. But I need to do some other stuff to my graph. I need to label the axis, I need to put a trend line in. So I'm going to go to chart over here, because this pops up. Chart, ooh, what can I do? I can do stuff to the axis. I can do stuff to the series, or there's all this cool stuff I can do. What am I going to do? Well, I'll tell you what I would like to do just now. I'd like to add in a trend line. I'm going to try and fit a line that matches my graph best. So here's some options. Click on advanced, trend line. We've got linear, logarithmic, polynomial, power. Let's see what line fits my data best. Let's try linear. It's okay. Logarithmic? Oh no. Polynomial? Ah, that's not too bad. That pretty much matches my data. Exponential? Moving average? Oh no, ugly. Don't like that. I'm going to go with... Oh no, let's try... I think polynomial matches my data best. So there's my polynomial data. And actually, I'm going to get the graph to show me the equation. There's the equation for my graph, right? I'm going to get to show me the R squared value, because this is funky, interesting stuff. R squared value tells you how well your data points match your trend line. So I'm going to do that. So now that's done, I'm going to do some labeling. Axis. Choose axis options. So let's do the y-axis first, right? Show chart borders, show titles. I quite like showing borders because it gives it like a box, makes it look pretty. Show title. Okay, so I'm going to label the y-axis. What's the y-axis again? What did I change? Oh, that was concentration. So I'll label it. Oh yeah, give me some graphy goodness. Oh yeah, concentration on. And what was the unit for that? Oh, it was just a percentage. Done. Kaboom. Right, I also need to label my x-axis. So let's click on the graph. And then label my x-axis. Show title. What was the x-axis? Well, that was my rate. So that's rate of reaction. What was the unit? Well, I did millimeters per minute. So it was like the height per minute. Oh no, I didn't. I did centimeters per minute. I'm an idiot. I apologise. Per minute. There you go. So now what I've got is, I have labelled graph, title, labelled the axis with the units. I've got a nice trend line, and all I've got to, oh, I've spelled that wrong, but I don't really care. All I've got to do now is I've got to control and paste and copy that graph into my lab report, and everyone is happy. See how quick that was? Easy peasy. Done.